Good morning. So I saw a post on Facebook this morning which prompted me to do a little video. I've been up since really early. I couldn't really sleep last night and I've been researching barcodes, so it's time for a quick coffee break. So this post was a little cartoon, and it was a little cartoon figure putting things into boxes, old things, but not actual physical things, but the boxes were labeled with like old ideas, old beliefs, old thoughts, and it kind of prompted me to write a little bit of a post, which I'll probably turn into a blog post. But anyway, because it made me think about change. So this is going to sound really odd. A long time ago, I had my palm read. Don't ask me where, can't remember. Probably when I was travelling somewhere. And I've got a very clear break in my lifeline, about halfway down my lifeline. It actually breaks. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was in Thailand, and I'm kind of remembering now this little Thai lady saying to me, it's not necessarily death. That's not the end of your life, because it starts up again, but it might be serious illness. Now, do you know what? I've not remembered this until recently when I actually met somebody who is a palm reader, but not like a, fortune teller palm reader. She actually is like a palm engineer, sort of. Okay, bear with me here. What this little old Thai lady told me was that my life would start again, potentially after serious illness, and I would have the opportunity to rethink who I was. So it was almost like a life in two parts. That memory has only just recently come back to me after meeting this lady. And oh my God, she wasn't wrong, was she? So serious illness and a life in two parts. This year has been all about finishing treatment, because up until June or end of May, beginning of June, I was still having injections, and B, about the recovery. So what they tell you is that if you spend 12 months in treatment, the recovery will probably take another 12 months. If it's 18 months worth of treatment, it's 18 months worth of recovery, which for me has been a learning curve, because in a way I sort of came out of a lot of that and I was like, right, that to cancer, F you to cancer. I'm back at life and I'm going to be, doing all the things that I want to do and that I should be doing. And it pretty much sat me on my arse. I fall asleep a lot of the time. I can't sleep at night, but I do fall asleep a lot during the day. And it's not a normal sleep. It's literally batteries flat. A day at work can do it for me. Batteries flat. I sit down and I intend to do stuff and I'm literally out like a light. I don't even know I've fallen asleep. It's not even like falling asleep. It's more like passing out almost. And that's a symptom of the recovery. If you look up the difference between tiredness and fatigue, you'll find that fatigue isn't like, I had a late night or I'm just really exhausted because I've just run a marathon. It's not going to be me. Well, not anytime soon anyway. It's a symptom usually connected to illness. And it's a deep, deep weariness, often felt with joint pain and aches and kind of all of that sort of stuff as well. Anyway, you can Google that. So it did make me think about me and what I've been through this year in terms of trying to recover and how it's changed me, because it has changed me. I will point out it has changed me. It's made me think really deeply about who I want to be, what I believe in, what I want for the rest of my life, where I want to be, what I want to do, and who I want in my life. So, number one, I want to be me, and I want to be me with bells on. So the determination to absolutely never diminish myself ever again. And that goes for you too. Don't let anybody put you down. Don't let anybody ever diminish you. Be you. And if there are people out there that don't like it, kind of tough. Number 2, living strong. Every day that you have life, you have hope for a better future. So whatever challenges you're facing, see them as challenges, not things that, you know, are mountains that are insurmountable, because life is a series of challenges. It's all about things that you can face and deal with. The big question is, how are you going to face those challenges? How are you going to deal with them? Are you a fighter? Are you a survivor? Or are you a sinker? Are you one of life's victims? Because I know which I am. Which are you? Okay, so one of the other decisions was about the people I want in my life. I absolutely learned last year I'm not a bottomless pit of energy. I don't have, I used to consider myself a little bit like the Duracell bunny, ever rechargeable. I realise that's not true now, that actually by giving energy out all the time, I was constantly depleting myself, constantly draining myself, constantly having to recharge myself. Now I'm quite lucky because recharging comes naturally to me. I find lots and lots of ways to kind of recharge my energy, and I'm very fortunate for that. But it's not a bottomless pit. And last year, when I needed to draw all of that into myself, conserve a lot more of it, drive it into my survival, I realised that I absolutely had to shun things, people, places that pulled me down even more. So if there was anything negative, I had to keep it at arm's length. If it was other people's worries, if it was things that maybe were just physically draining, or thought processes that were too difficult to deal with, I had to keep them at arm's length. And to a certain extent, even though I'm through all the rough stuff, I've still made the decision to keep those things at arm's length, because I've realised that moving forward, I don't want to go back to being somebody that's constantly giving energy without getting anything back. So now determined to surround my life with things and places and people that fill me with energy, that can give me energy back. Yes, that means that I'm not as great at being everybody's agony aunt anymore. It means I'm not as great at being potentially sympathetic of other people's worries and concerns. I'm going to make no apologies for that, because at the end of the day, I have my own life to fix and my own kind of things to deal with. I'll always be a giving person. I always will be. And very emotional. But I will be much better at conserving that and keeping away other people's stresses, worries, concerns. I used to take a lot of those monkeys on my own back and worry about those things, listen to those people. Oh, I've got another drama. Oh, I've got another trauma. Oh, I've got another concern. That's all right. You pour it all out onto me and I'll just take it all on board and, you know, try and Teflon it off. But I never did. Actually, those things kind of drained me too. Well, I don't want that anymore. So I absolutely have made the decision to embrace into my life other people who are kick-ass warriors, strong, who are willing to turn around and be themselves, even if that means not everybody loves them, and be strong at doing that. Now, not all of those people are 100% fixed. Some of those people are as broken as me some days. The difference is they absolutely refuse to stay broken. They fight and they're going to fight back. And that's exactly how I feel. So, lessons learned. Be yourself. Live that life. Rise to those challenges. Life wasn't supposed to be easy. It was, if there's one truth in life, it's going to throw shit at you. The question is, how are you going to deal with that shit? what are you going to do about making sure that you have people and things that feed energy back to you? I'm lucky, love my job, love my family. That's not without some stresses, but those are really minor things. And, you know, in general, there's a lot of love there, and there's a lot of positivity. As for positive things, I've got my bucket list, which we're determined to tick things off on. What's my next one? Well, next week, taking the kids away on holiday. We're going to be near a beach, and I really want to swim in the sea. I'm not afraid of swimming in the sea. I've got a mate who lives up like Scotland, north Scotland, like the Orkneys or something. I see her photos all the time, like even midwinter, cold swimming. And I just, she has some mental health issues. She suffers from depression. She's very open about it. But oh my God, she is just amazing. And I love, love, love the sea swimming. It's just fantastic. So wish that I lived closer to the sea. But I'm pretty sure if you look it up, like the 3 counties area, Malvern, Worcester, Hereford, Gloucester, are about as landlocked as you can get, about like literally the centre of England, about as far away from the coast as you could potentially be. But I don't live in a very large island in the grand scheme of things. So, you know, it is only a couple of hours, I suppose. That's a day trip, really, isn't it? Good point. Anyway, rambled on enough. Those are my thoughts for the day. Love you all.